Hello, Carle's Creators. Welcome to our last session. This is going to be a long one and kind of a special one because today I am going to show you a book called The Noisy Paint Box, and this is by Barb Rosenstock, and it is illustrated by Mary Grand Prix, who, if you don't know that name, you maybe will find out about it later. She actually illustrated the Harry Potter books. So in this story, this is about an artist. So today we're going to be talking about an actual artist and his style of painting. This is about a man by the name of Vasya Kandinsky. He was Russian. He was born in 1866. So it starts out about his life. I'm going to pick out certain parts of the story. He studied and learned languages. He took piano. But one day his aunt gave him a paint box. And this is what happened when he started to open the paint box and paint. Vasya mixed red with yellow, then he mixed red with blue. As the colors changed, Vasya heard a whisper, and then a hiss, louder, hiss, then louder still, hiss. "What's that sound?" asked Vasya. I don't hear a thing," said Auntie. Vasya listened as his brush stirred and swished. The swirling colors trilled like an orchestra tuning up for a magical symphony. "Mama, Papa," called Vasya, "what a noisy paint box." "Silly Vasily," said Papa. "Stop being foolish," said Mama. But every time Vasya painted, he could hear sounds. And the special thing about that, I'm going to go to the back of the book to look up the correct word. He had a harmless genetic condition called synesthesia, which means that one sense triggers a different sense. So for him, when he painted, he could actually hear colors. So think about that a minute. Is that very cool? He paints yellow and he hears a color. He paints blue and he hears that color. It comes out as a sound. For other people, they might see music. They might taste words. So certain words, all of a sudden they have a taste. Maybe a sweet taste or a sour taste. Some people can smell numbers. So the number 7, and they get a certain smell. So for him, he could hear colors. So a little bit later in the book, he is listening to a concert. He's listening to a symphony. One evening, suitably steamed and starched, Vasya attended the music, singing. As the orchestra's music crashed around him, the colors of the noisy paint box twirled wildly in his mind. Stomping lines of vermilion and coral, caroling triangles in pistachio and garnet, thundering arches of aqua and ebony with shrill points of cobalt and saffron. Vasya heard the colors singing. Vasya saw the music dancing. I just think that's so intriguing that he'd be able to hear colors. And a lot of those words in there are actually colors. Vermilion and pistachio and garnet are different colors. Well, Vasya grew up and he became an artist. But he didn't become an artist like many of the famous artists of his time and of his day. He didn't paint like a landscape where you see woods and trees and rivers. Instead, he ended up painting abstract. And what abstract means, it's a style of painting, and I don't know if you'll be able to see this very well. His paintings did not show anything that looked like, you wouldn't see necessarily a tree in here. These are just bright, beautiful colors in all kinds of shapes and motion. So they call that abstract. And what he painted was, it made him feel something. So on this page it says, it took a long time for people to understand his art. Is it a house? Is it a flower? What is it supposed to be? It's my art, Vasya answered. How does it make you feel? So for him, art was how he felt. And he wanted to express how he felt using all the paint and colors and shapes. I'm going to hold this page up. This is at the back of the book. Hopefully you can see some of those, and I'll have different pictures of those at the end of this program. See the abstract work? It's like just splashes of color all over the page. That is his art. It's called abstract. Okay, we are going to start with our project. So this is going to be abstract art. Normally I don't like to show my finished product at the beginning, but I'm just going to this time. This is what I did. I worked on this yesterday. This is my version of music. So this is my abstract art. So I used all the different colors in my paint box, and I did lots of what I hear when I'm listening to music. So this is my abstract art. So it may not look like anything to you, but for me I think about sitting out at the park, listening to music, enjoying the evening, and just having it's a very happy feeling that I get when I look at this. And I like all the colors too. So what we're going to do is you are going to need to think about what you want to paint, or how you want to paint it. So once you've done that, and remember you have in your kit, you should have your paint box, your paint, your paintbrush. I did pull up a little thing of water, because these are watercolors. You can practice on your dot matrix paper. I used a large sheet of paper, which I don't think you have a sheet this big, but this makes it easier for recording what I'm doing. But think about what you want, what feeling do you want to express in your painting? Do you want it to be a sad feeling, a happy feeling, a really joyful? Do you want something that comes across real quiet? Do you want something that seems really big and boisterous? So think about those things when you do some art. Before I get started, I'm just going to show you this. This is another one of Kandinsky's paintings. Show that. This is a little bit bigger. I just love all the shapes and colors, and it looks kind of like a huge mess on the paper, but that is his art. That's abstract art. So it's a lot of fun. Yeah, if you have certain shapes that you want to put into your painting, then bring them out. I did these kind of little eye shapes, and I did some of these little wave type shapes, like when you can hear the music vibrating. So that's what I did. So to get yourself started, you can get some wash on your paper, water wash, however you want to do that, and then choose the colors. I'm going to start with a little bit of purple, and I think today I'm going to work on some circles, so I can just put circles on there, light, dark, bright. And remember, you can paint whatever you would like. Put a little green on. So that is how I started my project, just like that. And I did background colors. So I took I had only a tiny little bit of blue in my paint box, and I mixed it with a little bit of brown. And a little bit much to my surprise, the two colors came out when I did the background. So I thought that was very exciting. So you can cover your whole page, do your colors. You can do the black color at the very last if you would like, or if you want to outline anything or add it. I left certain areas white. You're welcome to do that. Like I said, you can put in other shapes. If you want to experiment a little bit, you can let your paint artwork dry, and then you can always add some, to use your oil pastels and add some different shapes. I think sometimes it looks to me like the artist had done like little fish in his paintings. I don't know why I think that, but that's what it looks like to me. You could add little spirals. You could add more circles if you want. So it's totally up to you. And when you look at it, you should have some feeling that you get when you see it. And enjoy showing it to your family. You can have a little art show with all your different art that you've made. I really appreciate being able to do the class with you. I hope we're able to see you soon in real life. Don't forget, if you have artwork that you want to share with us, post it to our Facebook page. We'd love to see it and see what you've been able to accomplish in the last 5 weeks. Thank you.